Hello and welcome to this video. Glad you tuned in. We're going to talk about calendar management for project managers and general contractors and how to manage your time effectively.
This have you hooked and on a leash. Every text message, every call, every email gets you down. I know you're feeling. I've been a general contractor for 5 years in this business, in the general contracting business, but I've been in the construction industry since the early 2000s. So do I know a little bit about chasing your tail and trying to manage your time? Absolutely. I've been in your shoes where you're trying to get to the job, get the work done, follow up with sales calls, create estimates, do troubleshooting and everything else. So over the past, 15, 20 years, I've learned a little bit about it where I can confidently say it's worth taking a look. So what is calendar management? Why do you need it? 30-second version of it. Even chaos needs a little bit of structure and planning. It will keep us honest and reliable with our customers and subs. We will follow through on our promises. And if we take any action items from the field, we need time to go make that happen. So calendar management helps us do that. And then nothing falls off to the side. If you were planning on creating an estimate for a customer, but then you get pulled in the field or problems come up, 2 weeks later, you'll remember, oh my God, I was supposed to do XYZ, send that estimate off. You never did it because you didn't time block properly. So I want to help you take care of that problem. I have put together a little time blocking template. This is a template that works for me. There are many versions out there made by a lot smarter people, but I am a true believer in the keep it simple, stupid. This is simple, very easy to manage and implement, especially in our constantly changing environment. If you're a GC or a project manager, you know a phone call, a text, everything goes to the dogs. So our brain likes repeatability, right? Any task you want to learn, you have to do it 2, 3, 5, 10, 50 times, and the brain understands it a little bit better. So it's the same with the calendar. You do it once, start fresh every week and try it again, and it gets better with time. Let me tell you a little bit about the structure. So my highest energy is in the morning. In the morning, I can deal with a lot of crap that comes at us from the field. So I basically go to my projects in the morning. That I manage, let's say, 2 projects. I go to project number 1 on Monday, first thing in the morning, project number 2, first thing in the morning on Tuesday, and I keep alternating. On Thursdays, we happen to have our all hands meeting. What that means is everybody gets together once a week for about an hour, and we talk about what worked great in this past week, what are the lessons learned, what things do we need to fix. And then I use the rest of the day on Thursday to do admin stuff, training, catching up, prep for the next week, and just research. Sometimes you just need a little bit of computer time to do fun stuff like this training. What triggered this training? We and our company do use calendars heavily. So every time somebody new comes on, I need to go through this and explain it. So I figured I recorded a video, maybe it'll help somebody else too. So mornings, I go to projects in person, and I have a little cheat sheet on the side. What do I do in the field visits? We want to have eyes on site for at least 2 times a week, right? Maybe every other day. Meet subs, check with customers. Customers like to see us there, make sure that we check on the progress. We compare work being performed with initial scope of work and the details on the design plan. And even for us, I mean, it's very, even though we trust our subs, a lot of subs we've been working with for 3, 5, 10 years, 15 years, and things still fall through the cracks. So it's good to have that on-site presence a couple of times a week. In the afternoon or early around noon, so 11 to 2, I typically like to block a little bit of time for office work. And what do I do during that office admin work? It's typically implementing action items that I took from the field. If my plumber said, Chris, what about the finish trim for the shower head? What are the technical documentations, or what are the specs on that? Well, I can go to my office. If I don't already have it printed out in our job folder, I can go to the office, look that up, email it to our plumber, and be done with it. It's off my plate. It didn't end up on my to-do list, and it will never fall off the plate, basically. So I do that, follow up on action items. I take pictures, so I look at the pictures and check the work against our design plan. I generate invoices if I need to, track payments. I will check my email to see if there's any project-specific work that needs to be done. Meaning, did we receive an email from a sub? Did we receive an invoice that needs to be forwarded to the office? So whatever project-specific tasks I can do, I do between, let's say, 11 and 12, 11 and 1. It really varies sometimes, right? And then between 1 and 3, I like to block time off for sales, proposals, and PSA, which is a pre-construction service agreement that we do. What that means is it's light work that can easily be interrupted by a call or a text. If I need to get back to somebody, I'm available, but I'm also getting stuff done. Occasionally, sales calls need to be scheduled, so I do those in the afternoon. If I need to go to an on-site estimate visit, again, I try to keep those between 1 and 4 or 5. That way, the morning is focused on production and things that keep the business going. In the afternoon, catch up with outstanding items, do invoicing, sales, proposals, and follow-ups and such. So why is this so important? Again, it keeps us honest, right? We make promises to the customers, and we don't want to let those promises fall through the cracks. Having that said, I am also a true believer in planning versus reality. Let's keep it real, right? I mean, this is a little snapshot of my calendar really looks like. I have personal life commitments. There are unexpected events that come up. I just plan for them, right? If I get a call from the electrician and says, Chris, I can't come Thursday, I need to come on Wednesday, can we swap those jobs? Of course, no problem. My job as a general contractor is to be flexible, to be in the know, and make sure everybody is working smoothly. So I just swap jobs, let everybody know that's involved, how it's affecting them, and update my calendar. As you can see, in the morning on Monday, I had to put on this particular week, I had to put some time aside for office and admin tasks, and I pushed my project-specific work later in the afternoon. That's okay, right? The next day, I'm gonna go check on the Hall project, Peterson project, on Wednesday on the Davis project, and so forth. So even if things need to be shifted around and shuffled around, that's okay. There's a plan, there's a bird's eye view, right? I like Outlook. This happens to be Outlook calendar. It's also syncs with my phone. So if there are changes, I can easily sync between the two. I'm not sure I can't do many adjustments the way I would like them to on my phone. However, when I get to the office, whether in the morning or the afternoon, I sit down and really kind of clean this up. What I want to say is don't get discouraged, right? You get to Thursday, Friday, and you look at your calendar, it was just a mess. The whole week blew apart. You couldn't stick to anything. It just got called left and right. It's okay. That's the nature of our work, unfortunately, right? We pivot, we adjust, we answer calls. That's who we are. However, on Friday, start over. You're starting with a fresh week. Try again. Try to learn to say no a little bit more and say, hey, I understand you need this, but it's going to have to wait a couple of hours. A lot of times fires from the field are either due to bad planning or an emergency. If it's an emergency, of course, we will answer and try to help. But if it's a bad planning, you're going to have to protect your time and say, happy to help, but on my terms, right? Again, don't get discouraged, start over, and then stay flexible, right? I mean, life happens. If you have to move things around, do it. It's not a big deal. So again, here's the template. Morning time, field work, helps us keep everybody happy, customers and subs. Go to the office, try to do a little bit project specific work, and follow up on action items from the field. And then in the late afternoon, try to plan your sales calls, design work, create proposals, and get those back to your clients. And then you probably also have an office day where people just go to the shop, retool. There's admin work, budgeting, finance, writing invoices, collecting checks. So anyways, hope this helps. And if you have questions or if you would like this file, just private message me. I'm happy to share.